Hi, my friend. Welcome to my channel, English Learning Channel through Mind Healing Podcasts. Wherever you are in the world, and whatever you're carrying today, I just want to say that I'm glad you're here. Many people think being positive means always being cheerful. They imagine positive people as naturally happy, as if they were simply born that way. But I don't think that's true. Most of the positive people I admire have been through difficult moments. They've experienced disappointment, long nights of doubt, and days that didn't go as planned. What makes them different isn't that they never feel sad. What makes them different is what they choose. They choose to return to hope. They choose to try again. And often they do it quietly, without needing anyone to notice. For a long time, I believed I wasn't a positive person. When something went wrong, I immediately expected more problems to follow. If someone was rude, that feeling would stay with me for the rest of the day. The worst part was that I thought I couldn't change. I believed that this was simply who I was. But I was wrong. Positivity isn't something you either have or don't have. It's a skill. It's something you can practice and strengthen over time. Just like learning a language or building a habit, positivity grows slowly through small actions repeated every day. So if you're trying to become more positive, remember this. You don't need to change your whole life at once. You only need to take small steps. One of the biggest misunderstandings about positive people is they believe that they never feel sad. But that's not true. Even the most optimistic people have bad days. The difference is that they don't stay there. They allow themselves to feel what they feel, but they also practice returning to a healthier perspective again and again. Being positive doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means believing that even if things are difficult right now, they can still improve. It's like keeping a small window open in your mind so that light can enter. And sometimes that light doesn't come from the outside world. Sometimes it comes from you. It comes from the way you speak to yourself when no one is listening. It comes from the effort you make even when nobody applauds. It comes from your patience and your quiet determination. Here's something that might surprise you. You don't need to feel positive in order to practice positivity. All you need is one small action. Maybe you notice one good thing that happened today. Maybe you send a kind message to a friend. Maybe you simply tell yourself, "This moment is hard, but I'm still here." These actions might seem small, but they are powerful. They remind your mind that you're not stuck and that every moment eventually passes. And when one moment passes, another one begins. Some days you will feel more negative than others. That's part of being human and it's completely okay. But even on those days, you can still ask yourself one simple question. What is one kind thought I can give myself today? It doesn't need to be a big or dramatic thought. Just one gentle reminder. You might be surprised how far one kind thought can carry you. Another moment that matters more than we realize is the moment we wake up. For many people, the first thought in the morning is something negative. I didn't sleep enough, or I don't want to deal with today. Sometimes we reach for our phones immediately, letting notifications shape our mood before the day has even started. But the first thought of the day matters, not because it controls everything, but because it sets the tone. Like the first note in a piece of music, right after waking up, your mind is still calm and open. In that quiet space, the message you give yourself can influence how the rest of the day feels. If the first message is full of stress or self-criticism, the day can feel heavier. But if you plant one gentle thought, your mind can carry that thought with you throughout the day. It doesn't need to be complicated. It could be something simple like, I can handle today. Let's take one small step. This moment is new and I'm here. These are magic words. They are quiet anchors that help steady your mind. There was a time when I used to wake up every morning with anxiety. My mind would immediately start thinking about everything that could go wrong. One day I tried something very small. I placed a note beside my bed that said, "Start soft." Every morning when I woke up, I whispered those words to myself. At first it didn't seem like much, but slowly it created space. Instead of rushing straight into worry, I learned to pause and breathe. That single sentence changed how I carried the rest of the day. Another important part of positivity is protecting your energy. Many of us say yes when our hearts are quietly saying no. We agree to things we don't want to do. We stay in conversations that drain us. We spend time on habits that leave us feeling worse instead of better. But being positive doesn't mean being available for everything. Sometimes the most positive choice you can make is protecting your time and energy. There is strength in deciding what deserves your attention and what doesn't. Your energy is like a small garden. If you give it away to everything and everyone, nothing will be left to grow the things that truly matter. But when you protect it, when you set gentle boundaries, something beautiful begins to grow. You begin to feel clearer, calmer, and more confident. And the people who truly respect you will understand those boundaries. Another quiet practice that can transform your mindset is gratitude. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel inspired, and other days you don't. But gratitude is different. It can exist quietly even on difficult days. Gratitude doesn't mean pretending life is perfect. It simply means noticing one small good thing, even when everything else feels messy. Maybe it's the warmth of sunlight. Maybe it's the smell of coffee in the morning. Maybe it's the fact that you're still here, still learning, still moving forward. When you begin noticing small good things, your mind slowly starts looking for them more often. And the more you look for them, the more you realize they were always there. Finally, remember this. You don't have to feel good in order to do something good. Some days you will wake up tired, unmotivated, or heavy, but you can still take one small step. You can drink a glass of water. You can clean your desk. You can send a kind message to someone. Even small actions have power. They tell your mind, we're still trying. We're still moving forward. And sometimes doing one good thing is exactly what helps your mood begin to shift. Before we finish, take a deep breath. You made it through another day. And that matters. You might not be where you want to be yet, but something inside you is growing. Positivity isn't about being cheerful every moment. It's about returning to hope again and again. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, remember this. You don't have to fix everything at once. You only need one gentle step, one calm breath, one kind thought, and that is more than enough. You're doing better than you think. Take a deep breath, learn a little English, and be kind to yourself today. This is CC Learn Podcast. See you in the next episode.